Mitchell. I'm founder of Life Beyond Labels, and I would like to tell you my story, that is, of my relationship with autism, and about my personal project, Life Beyond Labels. I think it would be good for me to share with you a little bit about my history, and that is going back to my childhood. In fact, I'm even going to go back before. Perhaps it all started when my mother slipped and I was born 6 weeks premature. I actually wasn't properly formed as a baby because I was born with issues with my arm, which are called congenital. I had congenital malformations of the bones in my arm, which you can actually see because I am unable to touch the shoulder, that is the right hand to the right shoulder and the left hand to the left shoulder. This is as far as or as close as to my shoulders. Of course I can touch this shoulder, but it impacted the way I hold a knife and fork. So later on in life, it caused a lot of issues in my relationships because the women that I went out with thought I had poor table manners. When I was about 2 years old, the nursery school teacher came up to my mother and said, "Look, we think there's something wrong with Laurence. We can't explain it. But for some reason, whenever we put him with the other children, he just wanders off and sits in the corner facing the wall. And of course, if we try to put him back with a group of children, he starts flapping his hands and screaming his head off. And this is just not normal. So we suggest you really go and find out something about Laurence. Perhaps go and take him to a child psychiatrist," which they did. I vaguely remember being taken to this brown stone-clad building in London's Holborn area. Of course I didn't know it was Holborn back then. To the world-famous Great Ormond Street Hospital, where I was examined by a number of doctors who told me that, or rather told my parents, that it would be necessary for them to take me on a regular basis to see a child psychiatrist. So between the age of about 2.5 and 8 years old, they took me on a regular basis. Over the first year, it was weekly. Year 2, it was bi-monthly. Year 3 and 4, it was monthly. And on year 5, every couple of months. When I was 8, this psychiatrist said to my parents, "You know, very soon, in the next couple of years, Laurence is going to go through puberty. Then he's going to be at high school, and he's going to be going through his adolescence years. We would like to believe that whatever he has got, he would just grow out of." How wrong they could be. It were great words of wisdom if my parents could have believed it. No doubt, when I was 2 years old, when they were told that I had to go and see, or rather they had to take me to see a psychiatrist, I can't imagine the disappointment they must have felt that there was something different about their firstborn, that their son was not normal, something that no one could explain exactly what it was. And perhaps even when I was 8 years old, when they were being told by the psychiatrist that he didn't think I needed to have any more sessions with him, did they really believe that whatever I had got would dissipate? would vanish? I wonder. This is something I just don't know. Anyway, the fact is that it did.